Good morning. Welcome to Winnipeg. Welcome to, there are thunderstorms moving in Winnipeg right now. However, here's the plan. I do want to get out today, and I'm going to try and go to a place called the Half Moon Restaurant. It's apparently it's fairly well known. My son has talked about it 3 or 4 times. He's mentioned it. And it's out near Lockport, where we have been before a few times. But I'm going to go a different way. I have never been on what's called Birds Hill Road. And you know when we go out to Birds Hill, we usually turn left on Hodnot Road, and we come in, and then we do that route. And I do recall about two years ago or 3 years ago, when I was running around on the e-bike, I did go down Hodnot Road a little bit, but I turned back because it was very, very rough. But the e-bike had no rear suspension, and anything felt rough. Anyway, I'm going to give it a try. We'll go out that way, all being well. And according to the weather office, the best time to go is about the time that they open up. They don't open till 11 in the morning. And and it's about that time that the weather says there's going to be a break in the weather. Okay, enough about the weather. Let's talk about this thing here. We have to get the railing mounted on this part, okay? And this part apparently gets glued onto another module that we're going to make in step 20. And it's going to be another one of those bulkheads that has the doors on it that we'll probably have. Well, I guess it depends which side it's going to be on. I guess we'll figure that out later. But anyway, we got a bit of a dilemma here, and that is this piece of railing that we made here yesterday with the platform, very gently now. Okay, this is supposed to mount in this part right here. Okay? Something like this. This is actually the first time I'm trying it. Yeah, it fits perfectly. And now the sad part of it is, I guess we want to call it a sad part, is this is the interior. The only way we're going to see this is if we look through the little doors. In other words, we're going to have to kind of scrunch ourselves down to see it, depending on how high up, I guess, the ship is. Lately there was the thought that I would take the ships and move them down a little bit. Maybe put the hood on the bottom shelf, or something, that the hood or the Iowa on the bottom shelf where the books are, and then this could be on the top so that you could see in. But on the other hand, then you're not going to really be able to look down too much on the deck, unless you're a very tall person. I used to be tall, but I'm shrinking. I think I've shrunk about 2 inches since I was a teenager. Yeah, I don't know why I'm laughing. Okay, let's get the railing mounted on this, and then we'll spray it with the railing on it, and then I will touch up the railing a different color later. At least that's the plan. I think when we did this exact same piece for the other side a couple of weeks ago, I think we painted the railing first, but I can't even remember anymore. As I mentioned, these builds, they are sort of blending together, and okay, what do we got here? 25 degrees Celsius already. It's going to be hot and muggy. I don't know if I'm going to be wanting to go out in that. Well, I guess it won't kill me. Corey sent a message yesterday. I think they had some sort. I think they said they had 104 degrees Fahrenheit. The record in Winnipeg, I believe, is 108 point something Fahrenheit. But that was way back in 1936 when some sort of unusual heat wave moved in. Yeah, I can just hear it. The end of the world is coming. Yeah, I grew up with that kind of stuff. Okay, we won't go there. Okay, let's get ourselves recomposed here and try and get that little piece of ladder on. I guess, yeah, there's no reason why we should put it off. I'll use the helping hands here to hold this thing at the right angle, and we'll readjust. We will recompose. Oh. Now we will recompose. Okay, I realize this is probably going to be a little bit difficult to see, but we have we have two folding lines on this piece of railing, and one of them is right here, and the other one is back here. So it can be shaped to fit on this piece of platform right here. So I don't know which is the best one to do first, the long one or the short one, but we will do the long one first. Now, there we go. Okay, right angles. I'm kind of all thumbs here this morning. Okay, now the short one. Now, if you remember when we did this piece for the other side, we had the problem of, where's the blade? Like I say, I'm all thumbs here this morning. Part of the problem is I've got my magnification hood on, and peripheral vision is bad. Okay, that's not too bad. Alright, now what I was starting to say is that if you remember when we did the other piece like this, we can't talk and work at the same time. Okay. We'll bend this in just a little bit here. This piece had to be curled in, and the other piece I think also had to be curled in. Otherwise it was going to catch on the bulkhead. Yeah, you can see here that I just can't get this in far enough. Ideally it would be good if this post was directly on the corner here, but I find it's just too hard to glue stuff like that. You know, a gifted modeler I am not. Anyway, you get the idea. I think what I'm going to do is just quickly off camera, I'm going to take and bend this stanchion in, just curl it in like this. And this one on the other side, we'll do this the same way, only the opposite way around. Okay, I think I have to take and bend this section of railing just sort of in just a little bit here. It probably would be okay to glue it like that, but I don't know if the bottom rail on this section is actually touching the platform. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab hold of it, but not like that. I'm going to have to do this off camera, obviously. Okay, I bent it in just a little bit here. Alright, let's do this again. And then I'll probably just leave everything where it is and get a holder downer on it. That looks pretty good. Yeah, is this going to be, oh yeah, this is going to be on the outside. It will be seen. Okay, I just looked in the monitor, and this run here should be maybe bent out just a little bit. Let's try that. Oh, come on. It's going to be one of those frustrating. Okay, now let me check the monitor. Well, now it's too much out. See if I can put my finger up against it here and just push it in. Okay, check the monitor. I think that's about as close as I'm going to get it. The whole thing could maybe go just a tiny bit to the left here. Okay, now, but still, this doesn't quite look right. Okay, now I don't want this back rail to be catching on the bulkhead that this whole thing is going to be glued up against. I think that, check the monitor. Okay, let's see if we can get a little tiny bit of CA glue on here. I think we better get a holder downer on it, because it'll probably have a tendency to stick to the applicator. Now it'd be nice if that little groove that I filed in could catch the top railing, but at this point it doesn't really matter. All we want to do is just hold it down like that, and then we're going to take some extra thin and just bring it in on the corner and hope that it wicks its way around a little bit here. then we'll be able to move our holder downer over onto this side. At least that's the plan. So just bear with me here. The extra thin, believe it or not, that was in this one right here, you probably can't see it, is still liquefied, so I guess I must have put quite a bit in there. Now don't go bumping that and knocking it off. Okay, are we gonna get that corner now? Oh, I just looked in the monitor. I'm sorry, I didn't realize that the holder downer was blocking your vision there. Bummer. Okay, once again, you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm just putting a little bit of extra thin on the curing agent. My goodness. Okay, I would think that is probably secure now. Yeah. Okay, let's move our holder downer down to the other side. Maybe I'll recompose a little bit, and this time I'll check the monitor before I start doing something. Yeah, that's too bad. Maybe I could just reinforce this just a little bit here. No, it didn't. Did you see that? It moved. Okay, maybe nothing came off of my applicator here. Okay, let's recompose a little bit here. As long as I got to redo it, I just make sure you can see what's happening. Okay, I have a gooseneck light that I use in conjunction with my microscope sometimes. I haven't used it for a couple of years, but I don't think I've ever used it in conjunction with the macro lens, at least not that I can remember. So what I've got here is I've got the light coming in basically over your left shoulder, you might say. And this area in here is a little bit dark. Now I'm going to I've got the gooseneck positioned, and I'm going to turn it on, and we'll see the difference. Okay, that is much better. Now I don't know why I didn't think of that before, because so often when I've been doing the macro lens thing, I thought, gee, I just can't get my spotlight in the right spot, and I would try to put it on a tripod and have it standing beside me, and this is a whole lot better. I got to remember this. I'll leave it on the model table from now on. Yeah, it's going to be part of our regular thing. Okay, I just realized I got a problem here. My gooseneck is right where my forehead is, and I can't get in there. Oh, okay, I think I got it now. Why is the CA... Oops, no, I bumped it crooked. Why is the CA not coming off the applicator? It worked so good yesterday. Okay, I think it might have this time, but you know what? I think I bumped the thing maybe a little bit too much to the left. I better just check that. No, it's still going to be all right, I think. Well, not really. Wonder, has it glued itself in place now? Yes. Okay, that's where it's going to stay because it's glued there. I bent my applicator, but that's all right. Okay. Alright. I'm probably going to do the rest of this off camera. Yeah, I don't think the rail is sitting on the platform all by itself. I think it needs the holder downer here. Okay. Now let's rig up our goose light and see if we can get more light coming in like this. That's the plan. Well, that was sort of an exercise in frustration. Got everything set up nicely. Bumped the helping hands here. Am I getting it? I think I am. If I can just get it to glue itself down, then I can take and hold it in my hands and do it off camera. Don't think I have my applicator at the right angle. Maybe coming like this might work better. Yeah, that seems to work better. Wonder, can I come in from the back here? Okay, I do believe we've got it. Not real well though. I can't see it building up. Yeah, it must be, because I can see it looks kind of wet. Yeah, it's building up. Okay, let's let that cure.
Hi.
Hello, Missy. Hello, Missy.
This is what I wore for 6 months in the winter in Mexico in Mazatlan for 3 or 4 years. I'm Mexican outfit. Rainey's sister's coming in. They're going to take the dogs down to Fraser's Grove for a walk.
When are they coming?
Supposed to be here around 11. Oh, that's right, my time. Rainey asked it for a photo.
Yeah, I might not be here.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
We got a line on 7 calico kittens in Woodlands, so we may be traveling out there Saturday morning to pick one up. They're beautiful calico kittens. I think they're giving them away for free.
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
You just have to take it to the vet and get it shots, I guess.
Oh yeah. We'll have to do all that stuff.
Yeah. You're panting, Missy. Are you hot?
Oh, it's hot out there, Uncle Ron.
I guess I better get the air conditioner on. Yeah,
I'm definitely not a Mexican dog. Mm-hmm.
I was thinking of biking out to Lockport and checking out the Half Moon. I've never been in it. I've been past it a few times.
Oh, I love that place.
You been in there?
Oh yeah, dozens of times. We would go for hamburgers or we would go for...
Well, Missy, is it time to go?
Thanks, Uncle Ron. You're the best.
You're welcome, Missy.
You run a great shopping center. Ron's Fast Foods.
Bye, Missy.
Have fun today. I'll see you later on today, Ron.
Alrighty.
I'll let Rainey know that you may not be here when her sister comes.
Yeah, I'll probably be leaving around 10:30. Missy the dog. Missy the dog. Okay. I think we're about done with this thing until it's time to paint it, I think. Very gently here. Now let's not get ham-handed and break everything off. Yeah, maybe we'll take a close look at that. Yeah. I'll just recompose here. Well, actually, what I should be doing is doing some editing. Yeah, I think I better go do some editing. And then what do we got here? Oh, it's almost 9 minutes after 10. I was going to leave around 10:30. Yeah, we may not be doing too much more on the model at the model table. Depends on how things go here this afternoon, I guess. Okay, let's go do some editing. Okay, I am back. I've actually been back for half an hour or more. When I pulled in, I could see that Max and Lorraine and Missy and another dog and Lorraine's sister were out in the backyard. And Lorraine had mentioned that her sister was coming over with her special little miniature husky. So I came in, shed my banana suit, and went out with the Missy cam, which is in the back room now. Anyway, yeah, so I thought I'd just show you this little miniature. I've forgotten the name of it. I think they call it Mitsu. That's the name. That's what they named the dog. Like there's Missy and Mitsu. Well, this is a cross between something. You'll probably hear it in the conversation if you're interested in dogs. If not, well, you know how to fast forward. Anyway, this is going to be a real disjointed episode. I still have only done about half or less of the editing that I've got to do. I don't know how much I got. I think I'm going to go in the back and do some more. We've got, what do we got here? So it's only 12:15, so I might be able to get something else done here. Model related, that is. Yeah, we'll see you then. Okay, quite a bit of time has passed here now. I have a faint recollection of saying we'll take a nice close look. And if I didn't say it, I should have. Now, if I can get the light to glint just right, like right there, you can see that the bottom rail is adhered all the way along. Now, this end here, it kind of looks like maybe it isn't, but I know for a fact it is. Yeah, we got it all. It's not going to come off unless I accidentally pick it off. Now my concern is that I may have got that bottom post just a little bit too far, or that back post just a little bit too far back there, you notice? I got to get the phone. Okay, for step 19 here, there's still a few things that we have to do yet. Most of them are basically after this part is painted white. For instance, these pieces here, we want to paint, probably somebody was suggesting the 19 would be dark enough. I kind of agree with that. But we've got a couple of little ladders here. Got one right here. If I can pick it up, that is. And it is supposed to go right here, more or less. There is a little line right there. You probably can't see it. It's actually up against the line right now. And this other ladder It's supposed to go, I believe, right here, according to the manual anyway. However, my experience with painting ladders, unless I spray them, they plug up in the rungs. It can be done, and I have done it. But I was thinking maybe I'll use the brass black if I've got any left. I know I accidentally let the bottle lay on its side for about a year. And a lot of it seemed to leak out, and yet the cap was on tight. So that was too bad. But I think there's enough to make this look reasonably black. And it's going to be against a white surface. And what I find is that when I to glue this on, I lay the ladder in place, and then I just sort of smother, you might say, the ladder with flat clear. And that seems to work really good. The flat clear actually acts as a pretty good glue for ladders. And I think that's what we're probably going to end up doing, but it's definitely not going to be today. It's about 2 minutes to 3 right now. So I'm going to wind her up. Thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.